Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news folks, there's a lot of buzz swirling around the NFC North right now, and the rumors are pointing towards a potential blockbuster move that could reshape the division's landscape. And no, I'm not just talking about some small trade or minor roster shakeup. What's being whispered in NFL circles is that the Detroit Lions might be in the hunt for one of the most electrifying wide receivers in college football right now, Marvin Harrison Jr. from the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, you heard that right, Harrison Jr. A 23-year-old wideout who's been causing waves in his rookie season could be heading east, straight to Detroit, and that could be a game changer for our offense. Now, I know what many of you are thinking. Why would the Cardinals, a team in a full rebuild mode, consider trading away such a promising young talent? Well, here's the scoop. The Cardinals, sitting at a 3-9 record, are in the middle of a major rebuild. They're trying to reset their roster and cap space, especially with Kyler Murray's massive contract weighing them down, an $18 million cap hit this season, while Murray himself has struggled with injuries and inconsistent play, sporting a QBR of just 58.4. The Cardinals are also giving up on their current roster construction, especially after trading away Harrison Jr. for a first-round pick in 2026, which signals they want to accelerate their youth movement and rebuild with draft capital. They're trying to clear cap space to prioritize other areas, particularly offensive line upgrades, because their offense has been leakier than ever, allowing an average of nearly 200 passing yards per game, which is not exactly what you'd expect from a team trying to compete. This move makes sense from their perspective. They're looking to develop young talent, stockpile draft picks, and start fresh. But for the Lions, this is an opportunity knocking. Imagine adding a receiver like Harrison Jr. to our already potent trio of receivers. Jared Goff would have a true game changer, someone who could stretch the field, dominate contested catches, and turn short passes into explosive plays. Harrison Jr. has been nothing short of impressive in his rookie season, with a stat line that's catching everyone's attention. 40 receptions on 69 targets for 594 yards, averaging nearly 15 yards per catch, which puts him in the top 10 among rookies. He's been a reliable weapon, especially in tight areas, with 52% contested catch rate and an EPA per target of plus 0.20. His ability to gain YAC, over 320 yards, shows just how dangerous he is after the catch, and his route efficiency is top tier, averaging 2.4 yards of separation per route, which puts him in the top 5 among rookies. What makes Harrison Jr. even more enticing is his versatility. He's a big-bodied receiver with excellent hands and the ability to make plays in the red zone, which is a clear weakness for the Lions this season. Adding him would not only elevate our passing attack, projected to increase our yardage by over 28% from 240 yards per game to more than 307 yards, but also improve our red zone efficiency dramatically. Right now, the Lions have a red zone touchdown percentage hovering around 62%, but with a receiver like Harrison Jr., we could see that jump into the high 70s. That kind of upgrade could be the difference between a good season and a special one, especially when you consider how much our offense has been relying on the explosive play capability of players like Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And let's not forget Harrison Jr. Performance against top defenses like the San Francisco 49ers, where he pulled in 7 catches for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns, shows he can perform when the lights are brightest. His 2025 stats are impressive, averaging nearly 15 yards per reception, with a top 10 rookie ranking in yards per catch. Even with an ankle injury in Week 8 that limited his production, he still managed to show that he's a playmaker, with a yards per separation metric that's superior to many of his peers, including some established veterans. Now, looking at the bigger picture, the Cardinals are doing what they can to reset their roster and clear cap space, especially with Kyler Murray's hefty $45 million cap hit. They're prioritizing offensive tackle upgrades over rookie receivers, which signals that they are more interested in building through the draft and free agency rather than holding on to high-priced, underperforming assets. The move to trade Harrison Jr. for a first-round pick in 2026 could be a signal that they're more interested in future assets than immediate production, especially since their offense has been struggling to generate consistent yardage. Just 198 passing yards per game, which is not exactly the recipe for success in today's NFL. For the Lions, this potential acquisition could be transformative. Our offense, already one of the best in the league, would receive a huge boost with Harrison Jr., adding another dimension of explosiveness. Jared Goff, who's been playing at a high level this season, would have yet another weapon to work with. Think about it, a trio of St. Brown, Gibbs, and Harrison Jr., all capable of making big plays and creating mismatches all over the field. Our passing game could see a significant spike, with projections indicating a 28% increase in passing yards per game and EPA per pass climbing even higher. With defenses already struggling to contain our offense, adding a player like Harrison Jr. would push us over the edge and make our attack nearly unstoppable. And it's not just about the offense. The Lions' defense remains solid, but in today's NFL, having a dynamic, high-powered offense is what wins championships. The NFC is wide open, and the Lions are positioning themselves to be serious contenders. We've built a team with a balanced attack, a fierce defense, and now possibly one of the most exciting young receivers in the league. If this move happens, if Harrison Jr. comes to Detroit, it could be the catalyst that pushes us into serious Super Bowl contention. Imagine the energy in Ford Field, with fans roaring as our offense lights up the scoreboard with a new weapon that's been compared to some of the best in the league. Speaking of the division, the NFC North is also seeing some shifts. The Green Bay Packers are trying to rebuild with Jordan Love under center, but their offense still needs time to gel. The Minnesota Vikings are also in flux, especially with their zone coverage struggles, giving us an edge to exploit. The Chicago Bears are still developing, but any added firepower on our side makes us look even more formidable. The potential addition of Harrison Jr. would send a message to the rest of the NFC that the Lions are serious about reclaiming dominance and chasing that elusive Super Bowl trophy. Now, fans, I want to emphasize that this is still speculation, but it's a scenario worth watching closely. The Lions have been aggressive in the past with trades and free agent signings, and with the playoffs approaching, every move counts. If we can land a talent like Harrison Jr., it could be the move that cements our spot at the top of the division and makes us a serious threat in the postseason. Imagine the possibilities, Goff connecting with Harrison Jr. Deep down the field, St. Brown working underneath, Gibbs slicing through defenses, and Montgomery providing that tough running presence. It's a recipe for offensive fireworks, and Lions fans, we all know how much we love seeing our team light up the scoreboard. And let's not forget, the Lions have been building this team with a clear vision, focused on both youth and experience, targeting players who can make an immediate impact while also developing for the future. Harrison Jr. fits that mold perfectly. His skill set complements our existing core, and his presence could elevate the entire offense. Plus, with the NFC playoff picture looking increasingly competitive, adding a player of his caliber would give us an edge we need to go deep into January. So as we keep an eye on these rumors and wait for official confirmation, one thing's clear. The Lions are positioning themselves for something big. Whether it's Harrison Jr. or another move, the front office is clearly thinking ahead. And as fans, we should be excited about the potential of this team, knowing that the best could be yet to come. Our Lions are on the rise, and with the right moves, we could be hoisting that trophy sooner than we think. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Lions are in a prime position to make a splash before the trade deadline or even in the offseason, especially if the rumors about Harrison Jr. come true. This kind of move could solidify our standing as a top-tier offense, and it would send a clear message to the rest of the league that Detroit is here to contend for years to come. The fan base is already buzzing, and the team's chemistry seems to be building in that direction. The coaching staff has been emphasizing the importance of a balanced attack, and adding a young, dynamic receiver like Harrison Jr. would be the cherry on top. The excitement is building, and we're all eager to see how this story unfolds. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. We're riding this wave together, and I can't wait to see what's next for our beloved team. Keep the faith, stay loud, and let's keep believing that this could be the year we finally bring home that Super Bowl trophy. Go Lions!